Thayne actually went to a garage sale by himself. I was not able to go, and spent $1,100 of our mutual flip funds all on his own, and got a box that I have not seen.
In the Michael Jordan, in the 9.
It's a lot of work, folks.
It's a lot of work.
My overall grade. We bought this Jim Brown rookie card at a garage sale.
We got it graded for $25.
And turned it into all this. Let's crack it open. Okay guys, so this Jim Brown rookie card was from a garage sale on an Ask. Some of you may remember the episode. It was a fun one. It was a battle episode, Thayne versus me, for 2 hours.
I know what you guys are thinking. Chase won. But that's not true. I swept the floor with him.
I got destroyed.
And this was a big part of it.
Yeah, so this was probably the best find of the day, but you had some phenomenal finds. Skylar, can you link that video? Because that was a fun one. If you haven't seen it, you got to watch it. It was insane.
Yeah.
You got this on an Ask, and $300 is what you paid for the whole collection?
For the whole collection. So we got this, and then we were like, okay, it's not in good shape, but with something this old, it just helps to get it in a slab. It's going to help the value no matter what, as long as it's authentic. And sure enough, it was. So we sent it off to SGC. SGC is one of the main grading companies, probably in the top 3. Obviously, PSA and BGS are the best. But they are both shut down because of demand. Yeah. So SGC it was.
SGC killing it. Got the card back within a month for only $25. 1.5, not a super high grade, but the card still can be worth between $500 to $1,000, just depending on where the market lies. Mm-hmm. And we had a viewer reach out on Instagram, and he wanted it and wanted to trade for it. And I said, if you got games, I'm interested. So we worked out a deal.
Yep.
And what's inside of this box is what we got for this card. So for those that are wondering, this is a mutual flip buy. The mutual flip series, we were doing it a lot a couple months ago before garage sale season, but it is still alive and well. We're still doing it in the back end. We just haven't had something cool enough or good enough to make a video out of until now, so that's why we're doing this. But I want to show a little bit. We've sold a lot of stuff, so everything highlighted in yellow is stuff that's been sold since the last time you've seen anything mutual flip related. So I had a Blastoise base set. That one went for $120 after fees. A couple Barry Sanders rookies, $43, paid $25 for those. Some graded, like a Vladimir Guerrero. We did well on that one. Bought for $130, got $224 after fees. Bunch of LeBron graded, Tom Brady, raw. So a lot of this stuff, it kind of makes sense that it sold, but the biggest sale was the Willie Mays autographed baseball, which we bought for $150 and got $224 after fees. So not as much as we originally anticipated, but still profitable. And then sold a couple Baker Mayfield Donruss rookie cards that were graded and did well on those. And of course, the Jim Brown rookie is the most recent trade, but this will, what we did is, I just ended up buying the video games from the business, which is my personal business funds, and we applied that to mutual flip, worked out a deal as far as that goes.
Yeah, so essentially what happened is Chase, after the right price, bought from mutual flip a certain dollar amount to offset it. So now all of this is going to get processed by Skylar behind the camera and Chase, and my job's done now. So shall we?
Yes. So we got liquid cash is where it's at for mutual flip, and getting that as quick as possible.
Man, that's a satisfying.
That's the way to go.
That's a satisfying process right there.
Yes, it is. Let's dip into it. So basically, we came to a value on the card of what I would want cash, and then obviously for trade, I like to get a little bit more than cash because it takes time, it takes work to process everything. And he sent us.
So it looks like Justin packaged this really, really well. Laid some stuff out. Thank you, man. This is awesome.
Shout out to you, Justin.
So let's get into it.
All right. You got that Scotty Keeler? Where'd you put it?
Yeah, right there.
Cool.
So while he's opening that up, I'll highlight some things here. So we have a inbox PS1 right there. Yeah. So a lot of these are complete inbox. Some of them don't have all of the inserts and stuff in them. And then we've got a DualShock PlayStation 1, right? Yeah, PlayStation 1.
Yep.
Fat boy there. So it comes with that and the controller with the DualShocks. Yep. We've got a inbox Wii with Wii Sports, one of Chase's favorite systems to get. Nintendo GameCube. Obviously, games are obviously where the money's at on GameCube, but systems are still doing very well. And then this is another PS1. And then a DS Lite, a Game Boy Color, and a black Nintendo.
Oh, box Nintendo games.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
And then
so you crack those open while
we'll
I
work on that.
show what was inside of here. All right, the highlight of the trade for me was definitely this 3DS XL. It's the Pokemon version, and it's in really good shape.
Those hinges.
Yeah, so good hinges, lightly used. I love getting 3DSs right now. They sell well, they sell quick. They're good, easy inventory to move. There's some of the power cords. All right, and then we did get some GameCube games, which I love. Metroid Prime, Day of Reckoning 2. There's a big one, Mario Party 4. No manual. And we've got Animal Crossing. Again, no manual. And then Monkey Ball 2 with the manual. So that was all that was inside of that little box.
And then in this, we have Beetle Adventure Racing CIB, and then Pilot Wing 64. And this was kind of one of the system highlights over here, was this PS1 with the fold-out screen with it. That is in great shape.
Wow.
That looks even better than it did in the photos.
Yeah, it does.
Very happy with that.
And then the Game Boy Color.
Game Boy Color. And then we've got a... Looks pretty good there.
Good old DS Lite.
It's got the cover, the cartridge cover too.
You have the pen though.
Let's see. Oh yeah, right here.
Yeah.
Look at that. So I have with that, and then I'll hand some of this to you.
Good old Mario 2. Gotta love that. Complete in the box. Not bad condition. And then this is the Winter Olympics 98 N64 complete. And I believe that's everything.
Yeah. So then we are sending off this Jim Brown, a couple bonus cards, and of course, a Chase After the Right Price sticker. So those are getting ready to get sent out today. Thank you again for making the trade. This is awesome. This will work out really well. Obviously, this is a card that you've been hunting for, and vintage stuff like this is hard to find.
Oh yeah.
As far as like an old, this is, what is it? 1958.
Yeah.
So, pretty cool trade.
Yeah, thanks a lot, man. And if you guys ever see anything, so especially people like to trade for the high-end stuff like on my eBay store, or just anything that they see we've recently got. If you see something you want to trade for, or you're even interested in buying, always message on Facebook or Instagram for better deals and for trades. All right, so now Thayne actually went to a garage sale by himself. I was not able to go, and spent $1,100 of our mutual flip funds all on his own, and got a box that I have not seen. So let's roll into that.
Well, guys, hi. My name is Thayne. This is Brother Dave. This is
I'm Chase.
This is Chase.
He's new.
Chase was golfing, not working, obviously, ever. And he was golfing, so I went and I took his fanny pack full of cash. And I went literally, and went back to a garage sale that said they had sports cards. And this is what I bought.
So, a little backstory. We went to this sale the previous day. We bought this box here for $8. It was pretty exciting. There was some decent stuff mixed in, including 4 Allen Iverson Topps rookie cards. Good deal for $8. And we were very excited about the potential for more, but he was a third shifter and was not awake in the morning, and I wasn't able to come the next day. But Thayne was.
I was.
And he called me and said he spent $1,100.
Of his money.
Of my money. And I guess it's technically ours because this is
mutual flip.
But still, it's pretty scary because I guess you went to a card show once by yourself.
Yep.
And you did pretty good there. Okay. But you've never done a buy like this on your own.
No.
Especially in the sports card realm. He's always been with me in this, but we've always been together, and I memorized price guides as a kid.
Yes.
So I've got a database up in here.
I'm more the sports side of it, the stats, the players, the prospects. So I know which players to look for, but then actual value proposition is more your thing.
You got modern pretty well.
Yes.
But
vintage, not as much.
And I'm already seeing a couple 80s cards right off the get-go.
Yeah.
I literally haven't seen anything here. So how are we gonna do this?
So we're just gonna go card by card, and I'm going to just rapid fire tell you values as we go. So, and we'll highlight it towards the beginning. There's a couple that are highlighted. So
all right, this one looks good.
Yeah. So
Kevin Durant Topps White rookie.
So that one is, we have that valued at about $30. So I am being pretty gentle.
This is what you valued it?
Yeah. I looked up on eBay sold and found the lowest decent condition sold price for a lot of these cards.
I would say this is probably $40 to $50.
Yes.
In this condition.
In that condition.
And that is in the dip.
Yes, and that's in the dip of the dip. So I'm valuing everything low so that we have room with fees and everything else. So I valued that one at 30. So this next one.
LeBron.
Yep.
LeBron James, one of the insert rookies.
Yep. So that one's 10. This is one of the more exciting ones that's coming up next year.
City Heights.
Yeah, City Heights, and it is in unbelievable condition. I took some really close looks at it.
Yeah.
It is $65, and all of these are valued at raw. Even some of the slabs I valued at raw.
Okay.
Just to leave enough room on everything.
So you're saying you've went through and like researched these
every
already?
single card.
Every single card.
Yes, every single card on this row.
Okay.
So that one's $65. That is one of the more valuable ones. Some of these are also going to be worth getting graded, but we're just going to have to take closer looks. So we might do
SGC $25 a card, PSA $250 a card.
So we might wait until PSA reopens up, and plus the card market is down right now, so we're not in a rush to sell these. So these values are in a very down market.
Okay, so walk me through this. When you're at the garage sale, it says 20 on the back.
Yes.
Is that what he wanted? Is
that is what he was assuming was book value on them.
Okay.
So the problem I ran into is there's so many cards here, and he did not want to deal in like
15.
He did not want to deal in boxes. So yeah, so his values on good stuff was actually low from what it actually was, because it was values years ago.
Okay, so if I had to guess, his values on late 80s, early 90s was probably a little high.
Yes.
But modern and LeBron and Kevin Durant was probably low.
Yes, the problem is the more modern he got, he started ramping up values again, because he started, like, so we had a Brandon Knight rookie. He valued it at $50.
Oof.
So like, some of them you're gonna see some of the values in the back are like crap. That's much higher than it actually is worth. But some of these ones are much lower. So we'll continue on here. This next one is $30, and that's in a much better shape than just a $30 card right there. But
yeah, that's a really nice Shaq rookie right there, and it says 10 on the back. So you got a good deal on that one.
So
ooh, there's two. Ooh, Fleer Kobe's.
Yeah.
He had 10 on the back of these.
Yes, he had 10 on the back of those.
Which 3 months before the card boom, and sadly before Kobe's death, I sold my Topps rookies for $3 a piece. They weren't worth, and it was hard.
Yeah.
They were not worth much, and then obviously now that's a different story. The market has corrected in a good way.
This one is a cool card. Not
cool
worth
card.
much. $5 on that one.
Probably because it's a set of multiple of the same type.
Like
of card.
there's different variants. Loki reference.
Magic Johnson Finest. That's a cool card.
Yeah.
Ooh, there's a big card.
Yep.
Shaq Topps Gold.
Yep.
That's the biggest card we've seen so far.
Yep. So that one I valued only at $50, and the centering on that's pretty good. And like that's one I'd probably consider maybe sending off to get.
Yeah, I think I could get at least an 8, maybe a 9.
9. Oh yeah.
It's a big insert set.
Yeah, big insert set, not a big card.
Reggie Miller.
So fun fact, we actually have this in mutual flip right now in the Michael Jordan in the 9.
So that is about a $1,500 card, graded a 9. This is raw $10.
$12.
Michael Jordan has a lot of power.
Michael Jordan's
in this
got
hobby.
a lot of power.
Ooh, there's a big one. Michael Jordan Finest.
Yep.
That's probably like what, 60?
The Michael Jordan Finest is 75 on the Finest.
Dang. I mean, that's a cool card.
Yeah.
$75. Okay, there's an AI rookie.
Yep. So I've got that one at 12.
More Duncan.
Yep, Duncan's.
Ultra.
So next one that's popping up is we've got a metal Kobe that's coming up here in a second.
Those Jordans are.
Those Jordans are cool, and we'll sell those now while Olympics are going on, and
Yeah.
we get time to
Well,
sell.
there's a Kobe metal.
Metal. Yep. So that one is.
That's a big card.
That one is worth $65 on the low end.
Yep.
And then this next card,
Kobe Z-Force.
$120.
Oh, wow.
Yep. So really cool card there.
I mean, the lowest asks are like 200,
Yeah.
270. PSA 8 for 2,000.
That's crazy.
So gradable.
What's this one looking like?
Well, the 2,000 was a fluke, I guess. But
yeah, it's
Is this like 200?
so like it very well could get like $200 if it looks clean.
yeah.
250 raw. I mean, you can see there. So
So as we look in here, I don't know if you guys can see this.
it's gonna be hard with the top loader on there.
Yeah, but overall, it looks okay. Maybe a little ding on the bottom corner here. But yeah, so some of these, the thing about a lot of this is as we go through, you can kind of see a lot of them are in pretty good shape and could get 8s, maybe some 9s
Yeah.
in here, and that would spike the value way up. The problem is we have to be able to grade them
And get them back.
and get them back.
So the question is SGC worth it? Is it?
The thing is, basketball, we're now far away from basketball spike coming back, so I'd be okay sending them off to BGS or PSA once they're reopened with the hope of maybe getting them back next year, even if it's mid-season next year.
A lot of people ask us, because mainly we do video games, but really this is a resell channel, and I sell everything under the sun. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty evident. And sports cars is a pretty big part of that, because sports cars are worth money, they have collector value, and it's something that I know a lot about.
Yep.
One thing to note here, basketball cards. Pretty much anything basketball is often worth looking into. That's the one sport that can have a lot, even in the junk era of late 80s, early 90s.
But they have to be star players.
Yes, so you got to have Hall of Famers, star players, and you really kind of need the rookie cards for the value to be good.
Or inserts.
Or
some
inserts.
of the inserts are.
So like Rookie Rewind, this is an insert here. It's Kobe. It's not his rookie card, but it is a rookie insert, and it's probably worth 10 to 15 bucks.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Another Kobe insert card here. That's stuff to look for. So anything Kobe Bryant, anything Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Kevin Durant, the absolute top tier players. But if you go down to the level of like Charles Barkley, Karl Malone, those guys they're all-time greats. They're not great enough for the hobby. So you got to have their rookie cards or super high-end inserts for those to be anything. And then beyond this, anything sealed. So if Thayne would have showed up with graded cards only and sealed boxes and sets, I would have been way more excited.
Yes.
That's a lot easier to sell.
This is a lot of work because we have to scan each one of these individually. We have to go through, we have to pull them out of the sleeves. That's actually a nice card. Pull them out of the sleeves, scan them front and back, list them.
Yeah,
and it's going to be a lot of work to get these out. So this buy, I would probably not go and make this. When we get to the end, you'll be able to see total value. The value is there.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work to get there, though.
Yeah.
So it'll be
Time is money.
Time is money. So it'll take some time scanning and flipping it. Nice thing though is he's got double-digit boxes still there. A lot of baseball, some football. So we got to go back and see what else we can make a deal on. The thing is, I went in, and in typical format, I made a shameless offer, and I tried to get 5 boxes for $200.
And you got one for $1,100.
I got one for $1,100.
In fairness, you may not have known on a quick glance what was in there.
Yes.
And if there were Kobe rookies,
Yes.
like this could all be second year, low end stuff.
So I recovered
and we got
the
this one
conversation.
for $8.
We got that one for $8.
So
We'll continue to go through and make some of the highlights here. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of work to be had here. But we actually have some different ways that we're going to be offloading these. One of the ways is I'm going to take pictures of them and sell them on a Discord that we're a part of, Sports Card Investor actually, which we're still sponsoring on a lot of our videos. So there's going to be a link down in the description. If you want to sign up, you can actually get, is it 20% off?
20% off your first payment.
Yes, first
for
payment.
Market Movers, which is a good app for following the market trends.
Yeah, so it's great for seeing all the pricing of everything. But anyways, on there they have a function called fire sale where you can list these. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna list these on a fire sale and list them. There's live bidders in a room for about 15% below market on some of them that I just want to move. Because even if I sell them 15% below market, it's still even.
You do straight through PayPal.
Because there's no fees. It's just straight through PayPal. So I'm just gonna call out some cards that are worth peeking at. The Skybox Dream Team USA card. It's kind of yellow, but it actually was made that way. So that's not discolored. That's actually the color of the card, which is interesting. So that one's worth about 15. It definitely has a spike right now, so it's going up upwards of 20 or 25 now. $30 Michael Jordan rookie.
Baseball rookie.
Yep. So again, that is very cautiously priced.
Yeah, and that's
And
like really
it's
nice
in
shape.
really good condition. The centering on those ones were typically pretty bad, and that's pretty good.
It looks like our PSA 9.
Yep. And a PSA 9 of that is well over triple.
All right, so we kind of sifted through the rest of the box, found some more of the highlights. You got a second year Hakeem Olajuwon, nice shape. Karl Malone, second year. There's a metal shredders, Michael Jordan, that's nice.
Yeah.
Kobe Bryant, hoops insert. Olympic Michael Jordan, couple. There's another Michael Jordan baseball rookie. A couple Derek Jeter rookies. Be nice if one of those was gold.
I know.
Ricky Henderson rookie, that one's gone up a good bit.
Yep.
In recent times.
And he has 3 more of the Hendersons and 3 more of the Jeters still in the collection.
Okay.
So those are just the ones and he essentially, the nice thing is he does not care about condition at all. And he likes the art of grading, he just never did it. So he's like, just pick out the nicest ones that you want. And just, so really cool guy. He was a pleasure to talk to. Definitely knew what he had as far as in cards. So all in all, spent $1,100.
Best card in the whole bunch right there.
Who is it? Colin.
If only it was PSA, it was actually worth something. That card raw is about $7.
Let's split it.
So pretty much what I did is when I factored totals, so spent $1,100. I did not count anything in the grand value total that was under $10, because anything under $10 is just hard to sell and get value out of on eBay after fees and everything like that. So just over $10 was $1,990 in value. Counting the stuff under $5, it gets up closer to $2,400. That's just this row and a couple of these lots. Everything will probably right around $2,500 with nothing getting graded. The money will definitely exponentially go up if we can get things graded. So that's gonna be
Big if.
big if with how long gradings are out right now. So wait on those. So a couple other things with mutual flip that we can update on over here is these are stuff that we are getting listed right now. So you want to give us a rundown through these?
I think everything is listed now. I finalized everything today. This is the biggest card. We listed it at $2,000. It's very, very tough card to get. Only 22 of them in the world in a PSA 9. We actually traded our orange Herbert for that one. If anybody remembers. Oh, these are our HGAs.
Yeah.
I forgot about these. So we sent these off to get graded, so I guess I haven't listed any of these. 8.5, 9, LaMelo Blue 9.0, and Herbert Optic 9.0. Gosh, they're tough.
They are brutal.
They are tough on their grades. They're not going to last, I don't think.
They're already falling behind.
Yeah.
As soon as PSA comes back, they're pretty well done for.
Yeah. SGC is a clear number 3.
Yeah.
So PSA is the best, BGS second best.
So we're definitely gonna try to
SGC
flip some
third.
football right now. So we're gonna get rid of this Herbert as football season approaches. I got a Mahomes jersey piece over here, and then a couple Dalvin Cooks. Those are a couple bucks a piece, nothing crazy. We'll just sell those as a lot. And then Jordan Love is if you have Jordan Love cards right now, sell them now because they are unbelievably overpriced. Even with the Aaron Rodgers news, like they are way overpriced. So selling Jordan Love and then selling some of these hoops. Are they hoops? Yeah, hoops inserts. Vince Carter and Tim Duncan. This is a silver hollow. And then a tri-patch. I don't know who that is. I think it's a catcher for the...
It is
Jim?
Kyle Schwarber.
Kyle Schwarber. So,
And it's numbered to 5.
yeah.
That's a cool card.
Yeah. So we'll get rid of that. And yeah, some cool stuff. Stan Lee. Talk about that Stan Lee. Where did we find that one again?
I got this on a buyout from one of the card shows. I think it's our most viewed card show video. Bought the table. This was one of the cards in it, I believe. And probably paid 10, 15 bucks for it. It's probably worth 30 or 40 in this condition. It was worth more at one time. But everything else here was too. It's a lot of work, folks.
It's a lot of work. So we'll get it listed. Definitely one that we'll be intentional on moving forward. The big thing here is grading. If we can get any of them graded, that'll help out tremendously, but it's a big if.
All right. That's it.
You're still here? It's over. Go home.
My overall grade, B-.
Fair.
Okay, so that box of cards, I gave Thayne a grade of a B- on the purchase because he spent $1,100 and the rough value after fees might be around $2,200. Potentially a double up, but there were over 400 cards and that is a ridiculous amount of work. And I was overwhelmed by it because you can see all of the work that I still have to do right now is a lot. I have a ton of inventory. So we had to figure out something, and one company that I am aware of and have never used is ComC. I've bought a few cards on there. You can essentially send your cards off and they will scan and ship and handle everything. And we kind of needed to see how does that work. So Thayne actually just went through, sent off a whole bunch of the stuff. We kept the top highlights from that collection. Otherwise, you just went through, we packed it up. I got the box over here. I can show you guys that. So right there, that's about 5 pounds. Just got the cards into sleeves only. And we're gonna see how it goes.
So the goal is this stack of cards right here is almost the money back on the entire transaction if we can sell them. And some of them we might get graded. We're gonna look a little bit closer at all of these. But what we sent off to ComC is everything else. So we're sending everything else off to ComC and just keeping these. Just a couple highlights from these again is this Stargazing Kobe Bryant, a Shaq Gold rookie, Star Quest Majestic, a Ricky Henderson rookie, Kevin Durant rookie, City Heights LeBron James, Topps Finest Jordan. There's a lot of Jordan, Kobe, LeBron, Durant stuff in here. So it was cards that were all decent cards. We're gonna see if any of these are worth grading and send those off. But for the rest of them, we're gonna sell and try to get all of our money back just in those. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna experiment a little bit with something called ComC, as Chase said. So this is an online marketplace where you can send in cards. They will scan them, inventory, and store them, and people can go on and buy. The thing that's unique about ComC is when you buy something, it doesn't automatically ship to you. It just transfers ownership. So it's much more of treating cards like an asset versus an actual collectible. So we packaged up right around 400 cards and sent them off, hoping to get somewhere in the neighborhood of 900 to 1,400 just from those cards that we sent off, not counting the super premium stuff that we have here.
Is that after fees or before fees?
That'll probably be after fees. So there's probably around $1,400, $1,300 of estimated value before fees, but we have to do the processing fees on ComC's side and the actual sale fees once they sell. But to submit them, it's actually a really cool process. This is our first time ever doing it. You just go to create new submission, enter in the quantity of cards you're sending in and the estimated value. It doesn't have to be exact. I think you have to be within 20% on the quantity side, but you send it in and then they scan it, they process it, they post it, and they sell it, and they take their cut and then cut you a check for the rest. So hopefully that'll help us liquidate some of those cards that were a bit more overwhelming to chase as far as listing and selling all those. We'll be able to get those out and out of our lives, get some money back, and move on to the next sale.
And one thing to note with ComC, we're looking at least 4 months until they even get the cards into the system, probably longer because they likely have a long backlog like everything else in cards. That's okay with us, but keep that in mind if you're going to do it yourself. And another quick little note, we do have some really nice high-end cards as part of Mutual Flip right now. We sent these off ourselves to get graded before PSA shut down. So we graded them for about $60 a card. So we got that beautiful Kobe, 96 Topps 9. Michael Jordan Baseball Rookie 9. The Upper Deck Kobe Rookie that Thayne saw pulled at a card shop for 9. So we were hoping for a 10 on that one. And then we got this at a garage sale. The T206 Harry Lord. PSA 3. All these for sale or trade. So if you're interested in any of those, message us on Facebook or Instagram.
Also, before we wrap this up, as we were just about to dump all this footage, this Joe Burrow sold. So this is a Contenders playoff ticket, rookie ticket, Joe Burrow, numbered to 99. So I think, Chase, this was redemption, right?
Yes.
So it was redemption that we got from a subscriber, Auto Rookie. Such a cool card. He hooked us up with an amazing deal on it. We were able to flip it really quick. And he even said, you'll probably be able to double up on this. So shout out to you. This sold for $1,400. So after fees, it'll probably be $1,190. Look at that. Calculator was ready. $1,190. So that'll be a great double up for sure on that. So super excited about that. And that goes straight into Mutual Flip.
And that's all, folks.
I will
be determined.
I will say this. It is not my most marvelous buy I've ever had in my entire life, but it will lead to many more.
Hey,
A lot of
this
work
guy.
for a double up.
It's a lot of work for a double up.
Okay. right, let's do this live.
I've been recording.
You've been recording.